Lisa Cook with the Genealogy Gems podcast. I'm here today for Family History Expo TV, and I'm here with the president of the Family History Expos, Holly Hansen.
Hi, it's good to be here.
Oh, it's good to have you here because you have just put together an amazing event, and we wanted to pull you aside, which is hard to do because you're busy here, but we're here in Mesa, Arizona for the first time, right? And how is it going? Has it met your expectations, what you thought might happen?
Absolutely. We're really excited. We always watch our numbers of pre-registration, and we've put on events now for 5 years. And this event is our record breaker.
Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
So for a first-time event, and it's the highest numbers. So we figure we're learning how to do it right.
And that's really, well, I know my first event with you was last year at St. George, and then went on to Ogden and had tremendous experiences. I just find that everybody from the visitors to the speakers to the vendors, everyone is so friendly, so helpful. You just don't even feel shy about being able to approach somebody and ask a question, everything from where's the restroom to, tell me about the latest and greatest on Family Search. It's wonderful.
Well, good. That's what we want. That's how we treat everybody. We want people to feel like they can ask questions. There's no dumb questions. They're all great, and sometimes we don't know what each other knows. Today one of the vendors came over and said, I know you don't do Jewish research, but maybe you can point this lady in the right direction. And I actually know a few things about Jewish research. Not that I'm a researcher, but I'm interested in it. And so I've read a lot of books, and I was able to give her some really good pointers and tell her who to contact for more help. And I think sometimes we surprise ourselves how we can help people. And I wouldn't have thought anyone would ask me a Jewish question today, but I was able to help somebody with that, and it was exciting.
Well, and I think it's exciting, too, that, if you look at our background here, what you have right in your logo is the mouse for the computer. And while we can do a lot of connecting online, I just find there is nothing like coming here and then doing it in person. If anything, my connections online through blogging, through emails, has just really knocked down any barriers to being able to visit with people once you see them in person and you recognize faces. So it seems like a terrific compliment. I don't think conferences are going away at all. I think that they're going to be stronger with that kind of connection. Are you finding that as well?
We find that, absolutely. We know there are a lot of people out there doing the digital thing, and they're looking for a place to come and connect with the live touch, where they have a friend, and that's what we really work on. Being that friend on the other end.
You guys are that friend, because it truly is a kind of a family atmosphere here, and I feel very fortunate. I count myself as one of the family, and I think that you also have brought together a really wise collection of instructors, a wide range of topics, backgrounds. Where do you find all these terrific people?
Well, we find them. I talk to a lot of people. And I spend a lot of time on the internet. I read all the time. I go to other conferences. But most of the time I find them by sending out invitations, and then people will submit papers, and I read and read and read, and I pick those that I feel like have something new, a new twist. It might be the same subject, but a new twist. We absolutely use the professionals on staff at the Family History Library because it is the largest collection in the world, right, and they are using it every single day. And so they, it's like Ruth Manis and Bearable Johnson, and I hope you get a chance to interview them.
I've got her on my list.
They really understand the collection, and you learn when you teach. Mm-hmm. And because they're on staff, they're in the library every day working with problems. The people come in from all over the world to use that facility, and so they have more questions asked them than any of us can imagine, and they help to resolve those issues day after day after day, and they really have an edge. And so we use a lot of the people from the Family History Library because they are teaching every day, and so they're learning, and they're getting asked questions from every walk of life, and they really understand those records.
And sitting by yourself at your computer, it can be easy to start to think you're the only person with this particular question. And then you get in front of an instructor who has heard that question a million times before, and you see the other faces in the crowd nodding their head, So that's really, again, one of the great elements of being here in the live environment of a conference.
That's right, and you connect. You'll find people that just know some extra little piece.
Yeah.
We have a Q&A booth where you can come and ask questions, and professionals will be there different times of the day, different expertise to answer questions, as well as the technology classes that we have where you can come and actually learn how to do things. Our vendors, our software vendors are fabulous because they have their software. You can actually try it before you buy it.
Which is always nice. And, of course, the exciting news, I think, is that you are branching out, aren't you? What can we look forward to from Family History Expos in 2009?
In 2009, we're doing 8 events, 2 retreats that will be held at the Family History Library. That's a little different than an expo, but people come in for a week, and we line them up with pros to work on their own research at the library.
Right.
And then we will be doing, I just need to go them through by dates or I'll forget one, St. George, Utah in February of 2009.
Beautiful place. You got to visit.
Logan, Utah in May. Colorado in the Denver, Loveland area in June.
And that's your first time there, right?
First time in Colorado. And then we'll be doing Sheridan, Wyoming in July. And that's up kind of by the Montana border. And we've got some real excited people up there. We'll be drawing in a lot of the rural area of Montana and Wyoming. And so we're excited to do that one. Let's see. August, we're doing Salt Lake City. And it's our first time in Salt Lake City.
It's about time, right?
We've done Ogden before, and that's been very successful. But this year we decided we'd go on into Salt Lake and see what we could do there. We'd actually outgrown the facilities available in Ogden.
Yeah.
So we need to go to a bigger conference center. And then we will be doing Redding, Colorado in October. California.
That's
Redding,
my neck of the woods, right? I was looking forward to Redding.
Redding, California. And we'll repeat Mesa, be the second annual, but we've actually moved it from November to January of 2010. So there you've got 14 months worth.
Which is nice because a lot of folks come to this area during the winter months. But then, getting it past the holidays, I think January will be just an ideal time to come to Mesa.
It's going to be fun. We'll see Mesa double in size next year. So it's going to be really good. The 2 retreats that we have will be one in April and one in November. So we have a real busy schedule. 8 out of 12 months we'll be somewhere having a good time. And
we're thankful that you are because particularly out here in the western states, there just hasn't been this kind of a wonderful conference to be able to go to where you're not having to fly across the country to get there. And there are a lot of excited people out here out west who are really happy to be here.
You know what's really neat about this is we're bringing those experts from the east. They're flying. We have several coming, but it's less people actually traveling.
Yeah.
Because we're bringing them here.
Ecologically friendly, isn't it?
It is. So we're excited about that. We have vendors from throughout the world. I mean, from Sweden, we have the Gene Lines exhibit here. Actually from Hawaii, Ohana Software. So, that's a pretty wide spectrum, and we have a lot of people from everywhere in between. It's really exciting. We know Dick Eastman talks about what we're doing today. I ran into a person that was attending that had heard on his newsletter and just said, hey, I'm going to go check it out.
Fantastic. Well, if you want to check it out, whether you are on the East Coast or the West Coast or anywhere around the world, you can go to FamilyHistoryExpo.com and check out the website. You have a wonderful website. All of the dates that Holly mentioned are there on the website, as well as the podcast. If you've never had a chance to come to a conference, listening to the podcast is a wonderful way to hear speakers and vendors and exhibitors, everybody who's involved at the conference. You'll get a personal up-close audio tour of what they do, what their specialties are, and what you can look forward to in coming to your next conference. So, Holly, thank you so much for joining me on Family History Expo TV.
Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.